Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. Today we have 3 awesome Patreon creations to go over here today, so stay tuned and let's check them out. Alright, welcome back everybody. So I hope everybody is getting ready for the holidays. Hopefully you are ready by now. I myself have been having a hard time getting videos out. Cat chewed through the headphones. Had to order some cheap ones on Amazon. She chewed through my $300 headphones. Kind of makes it hard to work when you can't hear anything. And now I am using cheap Amazon $30 headphones that have closed backs, so it's extremely hard to hear myself talk. Oh, what a nightmare. That and a lot of things going on around the house. Finally finished up my family room, finished some maintenance around the house. Had to prepare for my sister's birthday. With that stuff all out of the way, I can finally look into getting some videos done. I just got to get used to talking with closed back headphones, and eventually I'm gonna have to get some new ones because these just don't do the job. But it's hard to bite the bullet and buy some more expensive ones when you know they're just gonna get chewed up again. So what do you do? Anyways, with that out of the way, let's get into today's creations. Dungeon, created by aka Superman, one of our Discord builders and golden patrons. Thank you so much for your tremendous support, Superman. And here he says, what the heck is up, Plinko crew? This is my second submission that I am cranking out, and it is quite the departure from my first one. Needless to say, any constructive criticism is welcome, and I'm looking forward to seeing the creativity that the platform provides so many people. Reaching nearly 90 miles per hour, plummeting at almost 70 meters, and racing through over 1,650 meters of literally explosive track. This medieval-themed centerpiece of a wooden coaster will have you clutching your seat, break out of prison in the most explosive fashion, and race away across several precarious sections of track, dodge explosions, duck through trees, and just to end up where all ne'er-do-wells always do, right back in the slammer. I hope you enjoy my latest creation. I had a lot of fun working on it. I know it's pretty huge in size, but with the time and practice will come refinement, but something I'm sure you will enjoy. No 4-meter smoothing, ha ha ha. Thanks again, Jay and the gang, as well as the whole Planko community. Bam! Quite the introduction there, ladies and gentlemen. And I do want to take a quick peek at his workshop here. Okay, so we recently featured him on the Revenge of the Tiki Chiki, which was actually very well themed. Really good stuff indeed. And in fact, this is like it looks like he created this one before that one. So very interesting. Let's get into it, shall we? This thing looks amazing both at day and night, but I think because the other 2 creations in this episode are nighttime coasters, we are gonna ride this one during the day. Here's a quick look at the stats, everybody. We have the results here. He kind of already listed it all out, but we got max speeds of 90 miles per hour. The biggest drop is 70 meters. Like, this is one Titanic coaster. I mean, it is huge. Wow. The wooden monster. So there we go. Let's close her down and give her a ride. Ho, 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 ho. Wow, that is marvelous. Definitely one of the top 5 biggest wooden coaster blueprints we have seen here on the show. The only ones that kind of tower over this have been the dueling ones. And I mean, with the wooden coasters, you can get away with a lot of track with very little theming and still create something awesome. I kind of like the fact that you put some supports in there, some chains. And these drops were absolutely incredible. I think it said we were getting up to 6 vertical G's at one point. It is just crazy awesome. I mean, what a ton of fun. In terms of theming, I mean, you got like a little bit of a pirate theme. There's like a dungeon, I guess. But it's not a whole lot going on there, but I don't think there needs to be. You know, a fun wooden coaster is a fun wooden coaster. But you do have some stuff in there. You had some triggered events, so you definitely get some points for effort there. And I love the way it stalls out here. Maybe we could have used a little something there. I guess you had a sign there, didn't you? Slows down just for the sign. Yeah. What did it say? Lean forward. Oh, because it's not gonna make it. I like that. That's a fun little Easter egg. Quite wonderful, actually. Look at that lift. Let's check it out from the perspective, a bird's eye perspective. Now, there's a little bit of a delay there, but not too bad. My goodness. Almost goes completely sideways there. That is epic. Really well done, aka Superman. Doesn't quite keep up with the theming that you did on your Revenge of the Tiki Chiki, but it looks like you created that one after this one. In terms of pirate stuff, I think you could have just decorated the front a little bit. I'm assuming our part count's only going to be like in the hundreds? 1,000. Okay, all right. Still a lot to work with though. And I would just jazz up that boarding station, make it feel more like a prison when we're actually in here. I guess you had a couple gates and stuff. But yeah, I would just jazz up the front a little. I mean, all the you had a couple like wires and chains and stuff like that, and some trees strung about. I like the sign. I actually think that's a pretty good spot for the sign as well. On that, is that a block section? So pretty cool. Yeah, definitely one epic wooden coaster. Look at that. Really well done, aka Superman. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down in the comments below, and let's check out the next creation of the day. Avalanche, created by Deanna L 2010, and here she says, "Hey Johnny, it's Deanna with a new coaster for your consideration. It is an older one that I've done some tweaking to, so it is a better ride experience. This is an exploration coaster going through the snow-capped mountains and hand-done tunnels with some custom lighting to make a unique ride experience titled the Avalanche. After you hit the top of the mountain, you become the avalanche rolling through the high speeds. Can you survive the long journey?" Well, I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? So here we are at the Avalanche, everybody. Here's a look at the stats screen across the board. Duration 240 seconds, so buckle up, get your popcorn. It's gonna be a doozy, and we have max speeds of almost 100 miles per hour. Whew, good googly moogly. Let's give it a go. All right, that is quite the doozy. Look at the track on that guy. The track length almost 5,000 meters. So definitely hitting the track length on an exploration coaster. As she said, this is she wanted this to be an exploration coaster. Now, one thing that I think about when I think of Avalanche, exploration, winter coaster, all those things combined, I do get a sense like I think it needs more identity. And I think a good thing to draw inspiration from, Mountain Rescue. Now, that's definitely raising the bar. I'll bring up some clips of it here.
Central. Missing persons report just came in. A couple of climbers last spotted near the southern ridge.
Copy that, Central. This is Alpha. We're gearing up and heading out.
Be advised, Alphas. There are reports the new snowpack we got last night is unstable. You be careful out there.
That's cool. Will do. Let's bring them home.
Central to Alpha. Tower 2 is reporting a small fire due east of your position.
We see it too, Central. Moving in to investigate.
Wow.
There's a camp here, but it's deserted. No sign of the survivors or bodies.
Copy that, Alpha.
Wow, the flare. Oh my god. That is immaculate.
Unstable.
Wow, look at the avalanche.
Yeah, very cool avalanche.
It's I told you so. That's
Just don't take
great.
any unnecessary risks up there.
Absolutely great.
I got goosebumps. This is really good.
No, not good.
Wow.
Wow, running from the avalanche is really awesome.
2. My eyes are watering. This is
That is
the best thing I've ever seen. Oh my god.
This is Alpha to Central. Trunk room is clear and all survivors on board.
Good to hear your voice, Alpha. Time to bring it home.
Now, as you can see with Mountain Rescue, there's a big vista, there's big mountains in the background. There have been uses of avalanches in the distance. There's storytelling. There's a whole bunch of really crazy stuff going on. I'll try to remember to leave a link down in the description below for both you, Deanna, and the viewers. So if you want to watch the Mountain Rescue one more time, I mean, you could also just search Mountain Rescue on my channel if I happen to forget on the search engine there. But Mountain Rescue had a lot of avalanches. It had some storytelling. And now what I think is important is that landscape tells a story. We have a boarding station that's built into kind of like a search and rescue area. There's, you know, this is right here is just feeling like a box, whereas you could have built in a facility. Maybe had some helicopters out front, you know, built some things in and made it felt like a resort or something, you know, something like that. Just give it a little bit more identity. And then in terms of like where we are on the coaster, everything kind of just felt very samey, if that makes sense, because we can't really we're always going down the same feeling tunnels, the same feeling areas, and then when we come out, it also feels the same. We don't have that like that landscape, that vista letting us know, oh hey, that's where we came from, or that's the beginning, you know, and this is where we're going. We're just kind of, it just felt almost like you didn't have a sense of progression or a feel of where you are at any given point, which isn't the most important thing, but I do think like if you're riding the coaster again, you know, it's hard to pinpoint what your favorite part is when a lot of it does feel the same. So if you have these like monuments or moments that are really epic, like, and maybe if you're coming up to the top of this peak and you do see an avalanche here, you're like, this is the part where, you know, it gets crazy and we dive down and we go into a crystal cavern, or maybe we see some underground creatures or some yetis. I mean, I did see you had a Final Fantasy creature somewhere in here, but we didn't get quite a good look at it. So that's what I'm kind of saying is like, if you have these little kind of moments, so throw it a, you know, 2-3 minute coaster, maybe every 30-40 seconds there's something monumental. So when you are riding it again, or you're testing your coaster, you're like, okay, this is the part where we're coming up on the avalanche, this is the part where we're going into the ice cave, and then that's where you get that sense of exploration, that you've went around to different locations and you've explored them all, rather than kind of like what we have here is looks like you went and had a lot of fun building a lot of track and into this kind of mountainside, but you didn't really landscape it into an immersive setting. So I think that's where where it lacks in terms of an exploration coaster. However, it is still a very epic and dramatic coaster with lots of entertainment on there. So for me, my feedback would be to push your boarding station further, push your caves. Like, it feels like we're just doing a lot of auto tunneling, and the coaster just like chewing through it. You can even see it's not properly smooth because it's just dug out the way the game digs it out, which doesn't make it very interesting on the inside. So, you know, you can make some crystal caverns and just mess around with that, and then use that terrain in fun ways where you can create these vistas and landmarks and really beautiful views. With that, the reason I brought in Rescue Mountain, you could do a lot of storytelling if you really so choose, and I know it's a lot of work and it's setting the bar high in terms of like that was a really one of the best epic creations, but those are the creations you want to take inspiration from. Mess around with playing with an avalanche, mess around with adding, you know, custom audio or rolling boulders. There's a lot of different things that you can do with the animatronics that might have been very fun in this case. Boom. So that's my feedback to you, Deanna, but definitely keep up the good work. You're definitely making some pretty big epic coasters from what we've seen in the past from you. So definitely keep it up. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below, and let's check out the last creation of the day. The Web, a spooky coaster created by D-Dex, one of our legends and golden patrons. And here he says, even though Halloween is not a big thing here, I do come from time to time with my spooky stuff. So stated earlier in the Halloween season, my first big spooky creation, gloomy spiders have taken over this part of your amusement park, but you can escape the web with this spooky coaster. Greetings to web searcher, no more need to search, it's here, the web. Bad joke, I know, had to do it. All right, very fun. So this, I mean, this ended up being a December submission. I'm assuming he finished it near the end of October and submitted it a little bit late because I already did the picks for, I guess, yeah, I do the picks for October at the beginning, so it would have just come a little bit late, which would, I guess, no, because then he would have ended up in November. Interesting. I don't know. It's a little bit late, that's all. And we do feature all the patrons every month. So I'm just trying to figure out why a spooky coaster got so late. Nonetheless, here it is. We got a spooky coaster, so let's take a look at it. All right, everybody, here we have the web searcher. I love this web. We have this inversion going right through the web there. A beautiful looking boarding station. We'll take a closer look in a bit. There's a look at all the stats if you want to see them, and let's give this a ride. Very cool. It looks like they had a day-night sequencer attached to it, so if we would have gone on in the daytime, it would have also it would have changed to nighttime. So very good there. Love that. And the color scheming on this is phenomenal. The green and purple looks really nice. Now, this is one of the coasters that I gotta say, it's fun to ride, but it's almost even more fun to appreciate watching. So if you were in the queue or just looking at it from the distance and you're approaching this, like putting this in your park is really a good landmark. It's a really good spectacle. As you can see, it goes through these different areas, catches fire. Some of those little elements you don't get to appreciate while you're on the coaster. This like tiny little cobra roll going up and through the building, and it comes back over. I mean, it's really cool the way it intertwines with everything. And here we go, right through the web. The spider there, and again, from the first person perspective, you don't catch a lot of this stuff. So I really appreciate the fact that like your coaster's rides really smooth. It's a really fun design, but then from the outside perspective, it makes you really attracted to the attraction. You want to go check it out. You want to give it a ride. You want to watch it from the outside. You're in the queue, your family's getting on, or you're sitting outside watching the kids, and you get to watch them on this, and it's very entertaining for both the rider and the viewer, which is something you don't see in every single design. So it is definitely something to think about, you guys, when you're designing your coasters. What kinds of things can I do to make it more alluring? And I think DDEX definitely nailed that here today with all these fun little spooky features. So really good job there, DDEX. I mean, you're always blowing us away with your incredible compact coaster creations. So a fun little bonus spooky coaster here. If you're building a spooky park or spooky area in your park, this is definitely a great landmark. I love the way it looks from the entrance here, and the stained glass and stuff. Couple I wonder if this is part of the Theme Maker toolkit or something, because there was some Theme Maker toolkit stuff that I had to download. But yeah, it looks amazing. Really does. All right, really good job. A nice variety here. One massive wooden coaster, a gigantic avalanche, and a spooky coaster. Oh, you know what? We have a little bonus coaster here. I don't know what's up with this. It's not themed. It's going up the lift. It's the world's biggest Looney Turns. We kind of have to give this a ride. And one's going up the lift right now. Wow. Here we go. Let's go on the world's biggest Looney Turns. Well then, generally Looney Turns are safe for all ages. Now, I'm assuming there are no children in this lineup. It doesn't look like it. The kids are gonna turn away saying this ride is too spooky for me. Biggest drop, 90 meters. Yeah, I don't think any kids will be going on this one here today. Look at that. It's absolutely insane. So fun little bonus coaster there for you guys today. We still got a lot of fun stuff lined up for the rest of the month. We're going to try to get some Christmas special stuff in there as well, and all that good stuff. So leave your comments down below. What did you guys think of these three creations here today? And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. If you want to support the show, check out my Patreon page and become a patron and get spotlight priority for the beginning of January. If you guys end up enjoying the video, please do leave a like, and thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.